Hey guys, in this video I want to discuss a little bit about micromotors and sort of the direction my channel is going to be going for future models and builds and things that I'm going to recommend versus things that I've recommended in the past. And in 2017 we got a lot of 1104 motors, and then we moved to 1105 and then 1106 motors, and the trend has been such that you get more power but lower flight times. And basically the 1106 motors tend to destroy batteries, especially on 3S. So for example, this is a build that I haven't done a video yet on. It's a Bargest frame. It's a 2.3 inch frame. This is the Emax 1106, and this motor here is the 7500 kV motor. And I've had this motor for a while because I didn't know what to do with it, because every time I run 1106 7500 kV, the flight times are like 2 minutes or even less. If I fly aggressively, I could kill a battery in under a minute. I'm not kidding. It can be done with a 2.5 inch prop, and motors come down super hot too. So I've been sort of reluctant to build stuff with high kV 1106 motors, or even moving up to 1107 or 1108 motors. I know those are available now, and I'm hearing great things about those motors. They have lots of power, but don't hear anything about great flight times from those motors, do you? And it's because they suck a lot of power and they kill batteries. I have destroyed many, like basically low-end batteries, like tattoos, on these kind of motors, like the 1106 7500 kV on a 2.5 inch prop, when I was flying like crazy fast, doing lots of punch outs and everything like that. Just really, being aggressive on the throttle and pushing the machine to its limits. I have puffed several tattoo batteries, destroyed them. They've come down hot and extremely hot. They stayed extremely hot for hours. I had to leave them in the garage, and then I just basically trashed them because they were destroyed after a few flights. And so I don't want to do that to my battery anymore, so I've been kind of going away from those motors, and I'm not going to be doing any reviews on 1107s or 1108 motors. I'm going to do more reviews on these bigger motors here, and I did a review on this one here. This is the 1402 8100 kV. I did a video on this already. Click card in the corner here if you want to see that video. They're more efficient, especially on a bigger prop. So basically, as you go from a 2 inch prop to a 3 inch prop, as you move up in prop size, the props get more efficient and you get more power. But you can also go to a bigger motor like this with a lower stator, so like a 2mm stator instead of like a 6mm stator like on 1106 motors, and you get more efficiency. So if you saw that video, I went from a 1106 8000 kV motor to a 1402 8100 kV motor, similar kV on the same prop, this exact same setup, and I gained almost double the flight time, and pretty similar in terms of power on 3S. Whereas on the 1106 I couldn't even do 3S with the motors coming down burning hot. I did 3S in this motor, and the motors are cool. So that's another advantage. You get longer flight times, you don't kill your batteries, you still get pretty decent power. Obviously it depends on the kV of the motor, the weight of their craft and everything altogether. And that's kind of where I'm going with my channel here. I'm going to be moving away from these builds with the 1106 motors, and moving more towards builds with these kind of motors here. So I did a video on this one, a rebuild of the Spintech Race. This is the RCX from my RC Mart, the 1304 5000 kV. And again, I was running an 1106 motor on this previously, getting very short flight times, about 2 minutes. And then I switched to this motor here and went from a 2S battery to a 4S battery, so lower kV. It's 5000 kV versus 8000 kV, and I got a 7-minute flight time, so 5 more minutes, like more than triple the flight time. And I wasn't killing my batteries. The battery came down cool. And so I've been gathering up a bunch of motors, and I know everyone's going to be like, when are these videos coming out? Well, you're just going to have to be patient. This is another. I have a few of these DOS motors here. This is the 1404 6000 kV. I also have the 4300 kV version of this. I also have the Airblade version of this one. This is basically the similar motor here. It's the 1404 3850 kV. So as you go down in kV, you lose top end thrust, but you can possibly go to like I've seen people test this on a 5S battery, for example, versus 4S on the higher kV motors. And then there's the Rotor X version. It's been out for a while, this one here. This one is the 1404 3600 kV. So, you know, these motors are supposed to be super efficient, especially on 3-inch props like these. They're lighter, and you get more flight time, and you don't destroy your batteries. And another thing is that I've discovered is you can, I've been using these forest batteries on this 1404. This is another video that hasn't come out yet either. They'll be out soon. It's gotta give me time to edit these. Getting longer flight times. Plus, you don't have to get like the top-end batteries for these. I was actually flying this around on, I forget the name of the battery. It's like an SXF power battery. It was a junky battery that had really high internal resistance, and I was like, well, I can't use it for any of these 1106 motors, so I just kind of stuck it into a pile of old batteries. I was going to throw it away. It's a brand new battery. I never used it because it just wasn't performing. However, I flew it on this one, and I got a 6-minute flight time out of that junky battery, because these motors draw very, very little current, even at full throttle on a 3-inch prop on 4S. So I'm going to have, basically this video is just like a preview of what's coming. I have a lot of these motors coming. They're going to be going into builds. You're going to get to see what flight times are like, what performance is like, the kinds of builds I'm going to be going to. A lot more 2.5-inch builds, more 3-inch builds. I'm going to probably have a few, 1104 to 1106 motors in here and there, but you get to see them for comparison. And I know everyone's going to be like, okay, what's your conclusion? Well, I don't know yet. I have to fly all these things for a little while, so that question I'm not going to answer for probably a while, until I get done through building all these motors, flying them, and then I'll have a conclusion video as to what kind of motor you should get for what kind of flying style you have and for what purpose you want to use it for. So in general, you know, you want to go to a bigger motor and a lower kV to get more efficiency, you know, higher kV to go to, let's say, from 4S to 3S, stuff like that. You know, just general ideas that I'm going to be testing out here, and I'll have a video out at some point in the near future, hopefully within 2 months, maybe, hopefully less, with some conclusions as to where these kind of motors are going to be useful. So anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know what's going on with these motors. I know I've been getting a lot of questions about these motors and what I'm going to be using them for, and I haven't decided what builds I'm putting them in yet, but those are going to be decided pretty soon. And you just have to wait for the videos to come out. So stay subscribed to the channel and be on the lookout for builds that are going to have these motors. They're not going to be like labeled XYZ motor test. It's going to, there might be a few sprinkled here and there, but they're going to be in builds. So you're going to have to look for the builds, and also I might do rebuilds, or I might do like swap outs for like on the race one here, stuff like that. So be on the lookout, and you'll see these in future videos. Anyway, guys, just letting you know, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.